Hello, everyone. We are back for the final installment this week of Dungeon Saga Rise of the Shadow King Adventure Gamebook Live playthrough. If anyone can come up with a suitably snappy acronym for that, then please do, because I don't think I can say that all the time. So, this is our final scheduled day to play. We were going to play all the way through this week. And I'm not sure how we will get on today, whether or not we'll actually make it through to the end. So I mentioned this yesterday. If we don't finish today, then I'm planning to two things. We'll either play on Wednesday, or we'll play as part of the Mantic Open Day, the virtual Mantic Open Day on May the 9th. So that's next Saturday. So I thought that might be quite a nice way to potentially bring this whole, I was going to say mess then, that's not a mess, we did very well yesterday, this whole saga to a thrilling and dramatic conclusion. And actually, yesterday, we ended on our proper, real, big cliffhanger, which was, as you will know, if you've been following the adventures of Tallson Bunglehammer since day one, then we are trying to find the mysterious, you can't see what I'm pointing at there, I'm pointing at the other screen, which was the cover. We are trying to track down the mysterious Shadow King in his suitably titled Shadow Fort. And yesterday we arrived at the entrance to the Shadow Fort. So we're not quite in there yet, so I don't know what will happen. Highlights along the way include some spectacular combat yesterday, like genuinely thrilling combat on my behalf. Our behalf, sorry, that's a bit rude. But yeah, we actually managed to dispense a load of monsters yesterday, including 3 zombies at one point, which is good. So the lucky green dice, now in the halls of Shadow King fame, actually came good yesterday. So they've shrugged off their lucky moniker into just being lucky dice, which is good to see. So that was a highlight yesterday. Obvious low points are the death of Shagar, our beloved horse. May she rest in peace, he rest in peace. We're all missing Shagar and the lizard that we never became friends with. But we have got a backpack absolutely chock full of goodies. Yesterday, the new thing we found was a red octagonal gem. Still no idea what that is. We're down on wounds slightly from yesterday. We're on 12 out of 15 now. But in our backpack, we still got all our fate points, actually. No, we had the choice to spend on, but we didn't yesterday. That's what it was. So we've still got 3, I believe, unless anyone can correct me. But in our backpack, we've got the red octagonal gem, small gold key with a rose motif, jar of herbs, scroll with partial map of tunnels, healing salve, garlic, oil lantern, salt, face mask, and a gold ring. So quite a bit of gold and rubies and lovely gems that we can maybe trade in when we get back to the inn, hopefully, when all this gets sorted. Other things to note yesterday. Now, originally, if you'll cast your mind back, we got told by Kanan, the apotheker. I'm still not sure about that. Apothecary. No, apotheker. Doctor that likes chemicals. He told us to say Thrall ath Glaronsa, Richt Yaum Balath, when we found the Shadow King's lair. And then we also found yesterday on a tablet in the middle of a field, sure, must be more trustworthy, was another one which said Thrall al Glaronsa Yacht Tor Balath. So it's slightly different. So we'll, I guess there'll be one point when we have to kind of remember which one of those we do. So I reckon we're probably ready to crack on now. So hopefully, tea in hand, ready for the journey. The adventurer's drink of choice, clearly. At the moment, my children, aka the little goblins, are not here, but they could burst in at any moment. They claimed the other day that the only reason anyone was watching was to see if they came in. So they may join in again. We'll have to see, in which case I'll spend 5 minutes shooing them off. But if we're all ready, if we've all got our cup of teas, I think it's probably time to head in to the Shadow Fort. That's very dramatic. I hope you enjoyed that. So let's switch me off. No one wants to see me. And here we go. So we will be going to page 34. And we're at point 23. Skeptical Crypto says, as long as I have the stats for them, Rob. So that's my goblin children. I probably could defeat them with a couple of dice, really. Just throw them at them. Anyway, so page 34. No, sorry, section. No, it is page 34, section 23. You would think after 5 days I would have got to grips with that, but I haven't. So here we go. Let's crack on with this. Let's do this. So section 23. The ancient stone corridors of the Shadow Fort seem to glow with a muted blue light, although it's not clear what the source is. Your clumping footsteps echo. That's a bit hard. So your clumping footsteps echo weakly around you as you move down the passageway, kicking up dust on the pitted flagstones. You come to a junction with corridors running away both left and right. If you want to turn right, turn to 387. If you want to turn left, turn to 50. So first options for the day are turn right, 387, turn left, 50. So quite an easy decision straight away. So we're within the Shadow Fort. I wasn't sure whether there'd be some sort of challenge to actually get in, like speak, friend, and enter. Belloc. But no, we've managed to make it straight in. So we've got 387, 4 for 387, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 for 50 from Craig. So yeah, most people at the minute are saying head right. So I think we'll probably head right in that case. Not that I'm saying that obviously left, AK, also known as sinister, but I think we're all feeling more comfortable with right here. So right we shall go. And this is page 214. Oh, look at that picture of Mead just mocking us there. So 387. The corridor runs along for perhaps 30 yards, at which point you arrive at a junction. Smaller passages proceed to your left and straight ahead. Above the passage ahead, a stone relief of an odd symbol is displayed on the wall. If you have a tunnel map scroll, turn to 13, which we do. Yes! We picked up the scroll partial map of tunnels, which I assume is the one we've got there. Yep. So I assume that's the partial map, so we actually know where we're going for once. This is like this isn't like the family holidays to Cornwall when we get lost. So we're going straight to 13 because we know where we're going. 13, page 27. You recognise the symbol on the wall as one you had briefly seen on the scroll you found. Unrolling the parchment, the partial map appears to match what you have seen of the passageways so far and the junction you are now at. The symbol appears above the same corridor on the map, followed by a skull and a spear. The other passage shows a room and what appears to be an S shape. Beyond this, the map is torn or faded and the details are lost. So here we go. We've got two options. We've got, if you want to take the passage with the symbol straight ahead, turn to 221. God, that's a tongue twister. Or if you want to take the other passage to the left, turn to 32. So we've got two passages here. We've got the symbol appears with the same corridor on the map, followed by a skull and a spear. The other passage shows a room and what appears to be an S shape. Now, obviously, normally I don't get involved, but I would assume that one of those, the straight ahead one, skull and spear, I assume is a trap, and then the S is probably snakes. Maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, you've got two options here then, which is 221, which is the one with the skull and spear, and then 32, which is the one with the S shape. Is that what it's saying? Or am I getting confused? Okay. I think I might be getting confused. Anyway, but it looks like we're all saying 32. Yeah. I'm glad you're all taking notice because I was getting confused then. So yeah, so 32. Let's crack on. 32, which is page 37. The corridor twists left and right, passing several doors blocked up with stone. The passage turns right again and arrives at a junction. To your left, the passageway carries on a little way before turning left once more. In front of you, the tunnels bend gently to the right. Will you go left, turn to 212, or straight on, turn to 110? So I will make a note this time because last time I got distracted. So 212, which is left, or straight on 110. While you all have a think, I'll have a sip of tea. I've just noticed there's a hyperlink missing there. So we'll all have to desperately scroll through. So Steve says 110. Pepperpunk Design is on 212. Henry is 110 as well. John is 212. Skeptical Crypto 110. So at the moment it's, Craig is 110. So it's 42 at the moment. I think you're all just picking the one that hasn't got a hyperlink, so it's hard for me to find. I know what you're all doing. Okay, so I think we're probably going to go 110. Right, so everybody close your eyes if you're watching this at home so there's no spoilers as I try and desperately find 110, and I'll tell you the page. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. So we're on page 77 now, so we've headed straight on. The tunnel bends right. Well, I'll let you catch up actually if you're able to find it as well. So it's page 77 before I carry on. Okay. The tunnel bends right before straightening again and finally opening out in a dark, almost hidden alcove of the room you now find yourself in. Turn to 41. The room is fairly large with 6 thick stone pillars supporting the lofty ceiling. To your left, wide stone stairs descend into the darkness, and opposite you the wall has partly collapsed, leaving rubble on the floor. Light from the world outside shines through narrow cracks, throwing cold beams against the opposite wall, through which dust motes twinkle in their lazy drift through the air. If you want to investigate the rubble and broken wall, turn to 285. If you want to head down the stairs, turn to 337. Two options. Do we investigate the pile of rubble, 285, or head down the stairs, 337? John Francis, 285. Well, I remember we have got an oil lantern. Skeptical Crypto says investigate, 285. We're in the room. Steve, 285. So far, we're being brave. 285. Pepperpunk says there might be more gold. Yeah, I think this is a clear win for investigate the rubble. So I'm going to do that straight away. So here we go, 285. Which is, oh dear me. This hasn't gone well. So this is page 162. Moving up onto the pile of rubble, you try to peer through the gaps, but the light is too strong to see anything clearly. Stepping back down, you begin to move some of the looser stones from the pile. Suddenly, a large, rotting green hand snaps out of the darkness and grabs for your leg. An undead orc was laying trapped under the fallen masonry, but moving the stones has freed it. Oh no. Take a speed test. If you fail, the orc's hand trips you, and the orc will attack first in the following combat. If you pass, you will attack first as normal. You must now fight the orc. Oh dear me. We probably shouldn't have searched that rubble. So, speed test first. Our speed is 5+. Now, so far, we've been quite a nimble dwarf. Tolson Bunglehammer. So, we'll see what happens this time. No. He's finally got tired. So, the orc will attack first. Thankfully, the orc's stats are 3+ melee, so it only needs a 3 to hit. Sorry, did I say the wrong one for speed? 5+. Yeah, either way, I got the wrong one. So undead orc has a melee of 3+, attack 1, defense 4, and HP 4. So orc to attack first gets a 4. It does hit. Then our armor is defense is 4+. So fantastic. Although it hit us, it did miss. So now it's our turn to strike back at this pesky undead orc. Yes, we're going to a good start again. 2 hits. He's got a defense of 4+. Okay, so 1 wound. So let me just make a note. Orc. That's down to 3. It's the orc's turn now. Sadly. 3. Now will it hit us? No. He keeps hitting, but obviously he just kind of must keep like glancing off our face, doesn't it? Our big beard. Imagine we've got a very striking beard. Okay, our turn. Oh, yes. Looks like it's going our way. So 2 hits. So 4's to wound now. Another wound. So we're slowly chipping away at this undead orc. So down to 2 wounds now. Now it's the orc's turn. He has hit us again. So he does keep hitting us, but then kind of keeps failing to finish it off. It's like a Derby County striker. Oh no, a miss again, you see? A 3. Right, our turn. We could, if we're lucky, do this. Ooh, okay, so we've got 1 hit there. So I'll take the 6, because clearly that's the lucky one. And then we need a 4 to hit. Oh, no. That's the first time we've missed for absolutely ages. So it's the orc's turn now. Oh, the orc's missed again. Obviously we're tired, we're just punching each other, slugging away. Right, let's get this done so we can crack on. Okay, not too bad. So at least we've got 1 hit. Now let's see if we actually do any wounds. Yes! So 1 wound left. Yeah, Skeptical Crypto says we didn't miss, it was a feint. Yeah, lulling that orc into a false sense of security. Right, orc's turn now. So he has hit us again this time. Now let's see, he's yet to do any wounds. Oh, that's our first wound. So that takes us down to 11 wounds. Okay, let's just finish this now just so we don't take any more. Yep, so we've got 1 hit, which is the 4. And now let's see if we can just get, take that orc. Splat, his head flies across the chamber in a majestic arc as we strike home with our sword. So that is the orc gone, dispatched, redeaded, gone. And that will mean we turn to 303. So well done, everybody. No worries. We have got the healing salve. So maybe think about this in the comments. We don't have to use it yet. But we have got the healing salve. We can use it, I think, twice. And it does heals 2 wounds, so we could use that at some point. But we're only down to 11. I mean, the weedy elf starts on 10, so we're already doing better than that. Right, let's go to 303. Well done, everybody. Easy peasy. Page 172. Satisfied the thing is finally dead, again in brackets, and that the rubble has no more surprises, you turn towards the far end of the room and the stairs. Turn to 337. So 337, this is 188. The air gets colder as you descend, and the light turns a pale green rather than the blue you left behind. You pass statues of what must be dead kings and princes on either side, but many are damaged or disfigured, perhaps damaged in an angry, haphazard attack. Eventually you reach the bottom of the long staircase. Turn to 17. Page 29. You enter a long, rectangular room. The ceiling is hidden in shadow, and running up the length of the floor are the stone tombs of ancient monarchs. Against the wall, huge stone sarcophagi stand with carved animal faces that leer out into the space between. As you begin to slowly walk down the length of the mausoleum, you notice the heavy door of one sarcophagus is lying in 2 pieces on the checkered flagstone. You hear a low moan, and spin round to find the ancient mummy king shuffling towards you. Its powerful swings attempting to rake you with desiccated clawed hands. If you have any fire oil, turn to 319. Otherwise, turn to 68. Great news, everybody. We have the fire... No, we don't have the fire oil. We have the oil lantern. Oh, damn. I got premature then. So we haven't got the fire oil. We bought the oil lantern, which so far has proved totally ineffectual. Anyway, so let's go to... It sounds like we're going to have to fight the Mummy King now. This could be... Yeah, John says we have a lantern. Yeah, we have a lantern. We don't have the fire. The fire oil was something separate. So we bought the healing salve, garlic. I mean, fat lot, that's good. As done us so far. Oil lantern, salt, and a face mask. So, no. Right, so here we go. 68. Yikes. Look at this. Ooh, dear me. So 68, page 56. Ducking another wild but powerful swing, you strike back at the mummified corpse attacking you. So the mummy is melee 4+, 1 attack, 5 defense. That's tough. HP 5. Ooh, no. And he's got crushing strength. So crushing strength. So that would normally our defense is 4. That will take it down to the equivalent of 3. I think we all need to pray to the lucky dice gods to get out of this one relatively unscathed. But like I say, we have got the healing salve for afterwards. I'm taking a sip of tea because I think I might need it for this one. Right. Let's take this mummy out. So, good start. Good start. 2 hits. And then it's got defense 5. I'm just making this. So mummy. And then it's defense 5. Yes. Yes. 1 wound. Down to 4. I'm just going to help. This mummy is pretty ineffectual. Right, 1 dice for the mummy. It has missed a 2. Good. This is good. Right, let's try and get another couple of hits in. Oh, no. Well, yes, we have to put 1 in there, sorry. So 1 hit. Then we need a 5 to wound. No. Missed there. Just 1 away. Mummy's turn now. So 1 attack. He's missed again. Maybe he was made of desiccated coconut, like I suggested. Okay, so missed. Our turn. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I've used all my 6s up there. If only it was like Dreadball and these exploded. Right, so we've got two. Oh, no. Oh, I thought we've got him then. We have got one hit, though, so that's another wound. So down to 3 now. So luckily, he's proved... Oh, no, I nearly jinxed it again. Right, so attack. He's missed again. This is fantastic. This mummy, I mean, if he's a mummy king, goodness knows what the rest of them were like. Right, our turn to another 2 hits. We can almost do this. Come on. So 2 5s now. Oh, fantastic. Yes. So that takes him down to 1 wound. We've got this guy on the ropes, on the bandages. He's yet. This is ridiculous. Another 2. Right. Let's see if we can finish him off. Take out the mummy king. Okay. We've got 1 hit. Could this be the final blow that takes him out? Come on. Need a 5. Yes. Woohoo! That was, wow. I was terrified about that one, but we cleared him out straight away. Everybody, let's... Cheers. Let's all have a little drink there. Nice cup of tea. I suppose it's a Friday. I could have had something stronger. Well, that was brilliant. Oh. Seamless. We didn't take a... Well, what did we do? Did we have 1? No, that's from the orc, wasn't it? No wounds. So we're still on 11 wounds. You can now see why these are my lucky Dreadball dice. Steve Evans will attest to how much he hates these dice. And so will numerous others. Right, well, there we go. Easy peasy. I could be getting cocky now. After that terrible combat previously, I think it's gone to my head. So 236, which is page 137. The mummified corpse crumbles to dust, the dry bandages drifting to the floor. You search the other tombs, but only the one appears open. The open sarcophagus seems to go back a long way inside, and a dry breeze brushes your face as you step close. At the far end of the room, opposite the one you entered, another set of stairs leads out of the chamber. If you want to investigate the sarcophagus, turn to 86. If you want to go up the staircase, turn to 145. If you want to search the bandages of the dead mummy, turn to 133. So we've got 3 options here, which is the investigate the sarcophagus, 86, go up the staircase, 145, or investigate the mummy. So Cute Bunny here says, have I missed much? You've just missed us having some incredible combat against the Mummy King, which we defeated super straight away. We've also had to kill an undead orc. So that's kind of all that's happened. We're in the Shadow King's lair. Right, hang on. Sorry, let me have a look. So I got distracted then. So 86, 145, and 133. So we've got 1 for 133. Check the sarcophagus, which is 86. Another one for 86. 133. 133. Wacko says 133. I think that's right. Sorry, I have to lean forward sometimes. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have a look what's in the mummies. Try and find that stash of desiccated coconut I keep thinking about. So 133. Here we go. This is page 89. Within the bandages, you find a large, heavy iron key on a chain. If you want to take it, note it in your backpack. I cannot still, after 5 days, I can't say that. Backpack. So that's a large, heavy iron key. Now our backpack is getting quite... I will warn you now, the little goblins are just... I can hear them scratching at the door. So if we do get disturbed in a minute, you'll know what it is. See, now they're ringing the doorbell to try and come in. This is like a horror movie. So we'll see if they burst in, but we'll carry on regardless. Right, we've got two options again now. We've got, if you want to investigate the sarcophagus, turn to 86, or if you want to go up the staircase, go to 145. So 86 is the sarcophagus, 145 is up the staircase. So Henry says, 86, investigate this sarcophagus. There you go. Hello, yes. I'm doing the thing again. Yes. See, I warned everyone you might come in, so yes, thank you. Yes, go. Hang on, I'm doing that thing. All right, go on, excuse me. Yes, thank you. Right, so let me just shut the door. Oh, thanks. So it looks like everyone's saying 86, which is the sarcophagus. Okay, so I managed to fend them off. They've obviously heard about the good dice rolls. 86. Stepping into the stone coffin, you find a narrow set of steps disappearing down into the gloom. If you want to follow the steps down, turn to 242. If you want to go back to the mausoleum and take the large stairway out, go to 145. So shall we carry on going down into the mausoleum or go back out? So 242 is carry on, and 145 is take the stairway back. 242, normally I don't make the decisions here, but I would think surely if you're that close, you'd carry on. Apart from Steve there, he wants to back up. 242. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I can see the sentiment there, which is 242. And that is page 140. So 242. The steps spiral down and you find yourself at the end of a very dark, narrow tunnel. It is almost pitch black down here. If you want to continue down the tunnel, turn to 339. Otherwise, if you want to return to the mausoleum and going up the staircase, turn to 145. So I'll let everyone catch up. So we've got 339, which is carry on, keep on going, or 145, hightail it out of there. So 339. Yeah, so Skeptical Crypto says 339. Good job we have a lantern. Yeah, I hope something that we've bought finally comes in useful. Because so far they've all been used. I don't think we've actually used anything we bought yet. At least we didn't regret not buying those waterproof boots. That was always one of my big worries. Okay, yeah, so I think we're going to carry on down. 339. And that is page 189 in the PDF. You feel your way along the passage in almost total darkness. Your fingertips brush dust and grit from the rough stone walls as you edge along, painfully slowly. After what seems like an age, the tunnel turns to the right and starts to head steeply upwards. Several times you have to brush cobwebs from your face and hair, and eventually you come to a dead end. Atmospheric sound effects there of a kettle being filled. Do you want one? Yes, please. Yes, go on. Anyone else want a cup of tea while we're at it?
Choose the pack of tea or coffee.
You can see a crack of blue light in the wall and can feel a very faint breath of air on your skin. Feeling around the walls, you begin to despair you'll ever find a way out and will have to go back. But then with a click and a rumble, a stone door in front of you swings open and you step through out of the darkness, the door closing behind you with a resounding boom. So the order... she's gone now. I'll get the tea orders back. Okay, so 105. Oh, sorry. I thought for a minute the illustration was showing that we found this man, but that is from something else. So we didn't encounter this crazed-looking man, unfortunately. So 105. Hopefully, I'll try and speak up so that the sound of the kettle doesn't disturb us. 105. Page 76. You find yourself in a rectangular room with smooth walls and an intricately carved cornice running around the edge of the ceiling. In one corner, a large golden basin rests on a marble pedestal. To the right of the basin, a doorway opens into a passage. If you want to investigate the basin, turn to 385. If you want to leave the room through the doorway, turn to 53. So do we want to investigate the basin? Or do we want to leave the room through the doorway? Now, last time we investigated something, it didn't... Oh, actually, no, we found the gem on the mummy's body, but we also previously found that zombie orc. So 385, I think, 1, 2... Yeah, so most people going for 385, which is look at the basin. 385, yeah. Craig McCartney says, wash your hands. Yeah, this is a story about isolation. We're in a place all by ourselves. We don't want to get too close to monsters. Yeah, well, okay, well, I'll carry... The general kind of attitude seems let's investigate. So 385. So this is page 213. The golden bowl is half filled with a dirty-looking liquid. On one side of the vessel, opposite you, there is an octagonal depression in the metal. If you have a red gem, turn to 140. And we do. We have a red octagonal gem. I can't remember where we got that from, actually. If anyone can remember. But anyway, we've got the gem. So we can go to 140. And that is page 91. The depression looks to be at the same size and shape as the red gem you found. If you want to try fitting the gem into the basin, turn to 61. If you want to drink some of the liquid, turn to 350. If you want to leave the room, turn to 53. So we've got try and fit the gem in, 61. Drink the liquid, 350. Leave the room, 53. Pepperpunk design, there's still a chance to drink it now. 61, or we can try fitting that gem in. So 61, yeah, okay. I think most people are saying 61, so let's try and fit the gem in. 61, page 51. Taking it from the cloth it is wrapped in, you push the gem into the socket. The jewel sparkles and the liquid below shimmers and begins to bubble. After several seconds, the effervescence calms and the liquid turns clear. The gem is now stuck firmly in the socket. So I guess I'll cross that out. Now we've got an option. If you want to drink some of the liquid, turn to 78. If you want to leave the room, turn to 53. Keep one ear says, what's the worst that could happen? So 78, drink this new clear liquid or leave the room. Steve says drink. Drinks. People 3. We've got 3 for drink so far. Again, I know I'm not meant to make decisions, but I'm inclined to drink. Yeah, okay. I think we've certainly got enough there. Yeah. Okay, so let's down it. Here we go. I've got a clear glass. I'll pretend to. Right. 78. Stooping over the basin. Sorry, this is page 59. Stooping over the basin, you scoop a handful of the liquid into your mouth. It is deliciously refreshing. This is a healing font, and you recover 4 health points. Your first quenched, you leave the room by the open doorway. Turn to 53. So we're back up to 15. Let me rub this out. Good decision, everyone. So we're back up to full health now, ready before any kind of big battles. And then we're on to 53. So that is page 47. You arrive at a junction. Corridors run in two directions while a short set of stone steps. I tell you what, I'm going to have words with Matt Gilbert for all these tongue twisters he's put in here for this, reading it out. Corridors run in two directions while a short set of stone steps lead down into what appears to be a fairly well-lit room. Some light seems favourable to the gloom you've recently been wandering through, so you turn towards the steps and head down. Turn to 3, 4, 5. And that is 193. You find yourself at the base of a circular tower. The roof is missing, presumably destroyed, judging from some of the debris on the floor. A spiral staircase runs up and around the side of the tower, passing by an open doorway. Beyond that, the steps have crumbled. Looking up, light radiates from above, but the light is somehow wrong. You cannot see any sky, just a cool, uniform, soft illumination that seems to press down from above. You carefully follow the stairs as they hug the wall. Higher up the walls there are loopholes, but here the walls are solid. You reach the doorway and step through. You find yourself on a wide rampart. The strange light is smothering and all-pervasive. The experience is unnerving. All you can see is a stone in front of you. Occasionally the light dims perceptibly, and what looks like black cracks appear fleetingly, as though the light is failing. Edging along the battlements, keeping close to the crenulated side of another tower and doorway slowly comes into focus. Reaching the entranceway, you step through. Turn to 175. This is page 109 now. At the base of the tower, you find a smashed wooden door. Broken timbers and rubble litter the floor. Stepping through the debris, you pass through the doorway into a well-lit, broad stone corridor. Torches on the walls glow with a bright white light, similar to that outside the towers. You tentatively reach out to touch one of the black iron sconces and are surprised when it feels icy cold. At the end of the corridor, there are two doors. If you want to go through the left door, turn to 74. If you want to go through the right door, turn to 321. So 74 is left, 321 is right. For a minute when it said you tentatively reach out to touch one of the black iron sconces, I thought that you tentatively reach out to reach one of the black iron scones. I thought we'd found another snack. So 74, which is left, and 321, which is right. So we've got 1 for 74, 321, 74, 74, 74, 321, 321, 321. Okay, so we've actually got 4. Let me just check. 1 for 74, 2, 3, 4, and then for 321, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 4. So the next comment will decide. If not, I'll roll the dice in Saga, the dead horse's honour, and we'll see which way we go. So I'll just wait a moment, just in case there's any last one that comes in. But at the minute it's 74 for the left, 321 for the right. Okay, I'm going to roll. So I'll do 1 to 3 is 74, and 4 to 6 is 321. So far, the spirit of Saga has not failed us and has led us right, has guided us on our journey like he did to begin with before falling into that trap. Okay, so we've got a 4, which means we're going right to 3, 2, 1. Oh, is it this big door? Oh, we've seen this big door quite a lot. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, which is page 181. The door opens into another long passageway. The cold fire torches here struggle to cast any light and push back the gloom. The floor and walls are filthy, covered in cobwebs and grime, and dark patches stain the cracked flagstones. With each step you sense a power growing in the space around you, an evil and insidious presence emanating from the far end of the passage. Willing yourself forward, you come to a carved doorway on your right, depicting a disturbingly lifelike, screaming face. If you want to go through the door, turn to 131. If you want to continue down the corridor, turn to 287. So what could possibly be wrong with going into a door with a screaming face on? I'm sure that's fine. Jerry, hello. Nice to have you on board. Hopefully you can help us make all these excellently, I was going to say ill-conceived judgments then, but we've done well so far. So 131 is go through the screaming face door. 287 is back away slowly and carry on down the corridor. John says screaming face door. Pepperpunk Design says screaming face door. Steve, screaming face door. Skeptical Crypto, screaming face door. I think unless we get a few more for return to safety, then that's where we're going. Yeah, okay. We're going to go through this inviting, charming door. What an estate agent might describe as like rustic or something like that. Okay, so 131. We're going through the screaming door. Page 88 of the PDF. The door swings open silently, and you step into a small, murky room. The walls and floor are built from bricks arranged in swirling, confusing patterns, and in the wall opposite there is what looks like a circle of black stone. There is an overpowering feeling of despair here. If you want to investigate the circular stone, turn to 312. Otherwise, to leave the room and move on up the corridor, turn to 287. So I was going to say we were told to look for black stones, but I think that was actually the black stones to mark where the shadow fort was, which is where we are. So do we want to investigate the circular stone, turn to 312, or do we want to leave the room and carry on 287? So yeah, most are saying investigate. I imagine we'll probably investigate. Yeah, 312. So one more. Pepperpunk says 287. Surprisingly cautious, says the person who wanted us to eat toadstools, drink dirty water. Okay, well, I think 312 probably has this one. Yeah. So 312. Investigate the circular stone. And this is page 177. As you approach the stone, the surface begins to melt and ripple, swirling in hypnotic patterns like the surrounding walls and floor. The emotions throbbing through the room begin to mix and press against your will: rage, loathing, grief, a boiling mass of sorrow and negativity. Transfixed, you shuffle before the blackness as it draws you closer. Suddenly, a pair of black, oily hands fly from inside the whirling cavity and try to grab your throat. You have unwittingly discovered a soul void, a wicked and immoral instrument of punishment conceived by the twisted minds of the Twilight Kin. Turn to 275. This does not sound particularly good. Oh, I'm nervous now. Okay, so page 157. Take 2 speed tests, one after the other, as you try to avoid the grasping hands. For each one you fail, lose 1 health point and 1 fate point. Oh dear me. Tolson, we have never needed you to be more nimble than what you are now. First test. Good luck, Tolson. So we need a 5+ for our speed. Yes. That's 1 passed. He's safe for that one. Can he do it again? Fingers crossed, rather. Come on. We can do this, Tolson. No. Oh, no. Yeah, so we've lost 1 fate point. Takes us down to 2. And we've lost 1 health point, which takes us to 14. However, I think that's not a bad outcome. I'll take that, I guess. I've just noticed there's no hyperlink on this one. But I think that's not too bad. 1 out of 2 saved. Right, and then we will be carrying on to 2, 3, 4. There's no hyperlink. So if you want to close your eyes while I scan through so there are no spoilers. So I'll skip quickly to 2, 3, 4. Or skip backwards rather. All right, so close your eyes now. And open them again. So this is page 137. So I'll just let everyone catch up, just in case you've caught behind because you have to find that page. So it's section 234 and page 137. You stagger back from the fiendish and hateful device. The swirling subsides and the surface becomes calm once more. Leaving the room as fast as possible, you carry on up the corridor. Turn to 287. So, Pepperpunk, you were correct in saying we should have avoided this. When will we learn? Although, if you suggest drinking dirty water or eating totals again, I'm not too sure. So 287 now, which is page 162. You arrive at the foot of some wide stone steps leading up to a tall stone archway through which a darkness is leaking into the world, the malevolence almost tangible. Steeling yourself, you make your way up the stairs. Are we getting closer? 374. Oh my goodness. Right. This could be it. 208. Page 208, 374. You step through the arched doorway and into the large vaulted throne room. In the four corners, chalices of green fire cast a sickly light off the walls, but your gaze falls on the raised dais at the far end. In front of the carved stone throne, a ball of ethereal light pulses randomly, and within a shadowy form can be seen, seemingly trying to fight its way free of some entrapment. As you approach, its movements become more frenzied and desperate, and you can feel waves of hatred radiating from the shifting darkness crashing over you. If you spoke to Chaplain Thomas and wish to follow his advice, turn to 192. We did speak to Chaplain Thomas. He said about destroying the 4 chalices. So I guess we'll follow his advice, unless there's any reason not to. So it's 192. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't follow his advice, but just in case, I'll leave that for a moment. I need a bit of a break anyway before this potential big scrap. Yeah, I think we do 192. I think that seems probably sensible, since we did speak to the chaplain, and he seemed slightly more trustworthy than Kanan. Okay, so I'll go to 192. Yeah. And let's see what happens. So this is page 117. Moving to each chalice in turn, you strike at them with your blade and crush them into the floor. With each blow, the light on the dais grows stronger, and the being in the light grows larger. As a flame in the last of the chalices goes out, a booming laugh, ho, 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 reverberates around the throne room, and you turn to meet the apparition, now released from its prison. No! Chaplain Thomas. Oh, no, actually, no, this is good. He said we wanted to release him before he got all his power, I think. Anyway, right, there's no hyperlink here, irritatingly, as we're onto like an exciting bit. So close your eyes, and I will scan through quickly to 332. 332. Here we go. So I'm on 332. It's on page 185. So 332. The Shadow King seems to become more solid, and a wicked-looking warhammer, seemingly made of pure shadow, materializes in his hand. If you have a glass bottle of water, with the insignia of Basileia engraved in it, turn to 253. Otherwise, turn to 121. We do not have. No, we have a small gold key with a rose motif, a large heavy iron key, salt mask, garlic. We could offer to making some garlic bread. But now I think we will have to just go otherwise at 121. Oh my goodness. Right. Whew. Is this it? Is this the final conflict? I don't know. So 121. Swinging your sword, you launch yourself at the shadowy form of the undead king. The Shadow King. He has melee 4+, attacks 2, defense 4+, HP 8, special vicious and elite. So vicious is it can reroll ones on to hit. No, it's the other way around, isn't it? Vicious, it can reroll ones to wound. Elite, it can reroll ones to hit. This is going to be a tricky one. It's got 8 HP. We are on 14 health, which could save us. Good luck, everyone. This is where we end it. I think we've done well. So 8 HP. Pepperpunk says, can we heal first? No. As soon as you're in combat, you can't heal. But we are on 14 out of 15, so I think surely that will be fine. Oh, use fate points. Henry, that's a good point, actually. So this, hang on, let me have a look. 83. We've got 2 health fate points left. So let me have a look. We might be able to just use the fate points to do this. Wait a second. So we're on page 83. Let me just remind myself about fate points. Fate points. As an adventurer, you know that destiny plays an important part in becoming a legendary hero, but fate is fickle, and sometimes your luck can run out. So we started the game, blah, blah, blah. When you spend a fate point, reduce the number you have by 1. We've got 2. Well, Henry, if you've nailed this, this could be amazing. When you are the attacker in combat, you may spend a fate point to automatically have all your attacks hit and wound your opponent for 1 combat round without having to roll any dice. Good. So potentially we could do 4 damage on him if we use both of them. When you add a defender in combat, you may spend a fate point to automatically cause your opponent to fail to hit you with any of their attacks for that combat. Okay, so we've got 2 options here, actually. So we could, this is an interesting one, we could spend 2 fate points to immediately get it down to half health, which could be good. It's probably actually the best one, or we can use 2 to defend some attacks. I'm inclined, now I don't always have an influence on here, but I'm inclined to think we attack. So let me just have a look before I make that decision and just use all our fate points to do some damage. So that is pretty potentially quite useful. So thank you to Henry for pointing that out. I'll leave it for a moment. I think there's a slight more of a delay today. It's the excitement. It's the influence of the Shadow King. Yeah, Henry says use the fate points to take him down to half health. I am tempted to do that. Yeah, Skeptical Crypto. Say one more and I'll do that. But I think that's probably the right decision. Yeah. Okay, so most people saying, yeah, I don't see why. So Steve Evans says, can we use them both at the same time? I don't see why not. Let's assume we can. Okay, let's use them both. So we take him down to 4, and then it's time to attack. Here we go. Yes, good start. 5 and a 6. Potentially, if these 2 hit, what's his defense? Yes! Look at this. So he's already down to 2. Oh no, Matt Gilbert comes in and ruins it for everyone. He says we can only use one. Okay, so at least we've got one left. So instead of being down to... we still have got him down to 4. So he's down to 4, which is pretty good. Right, so now it's the Shadow King's turn to attack. So the Shadow King got a 6 and a 2. So now he's going to roll to wound. Oh, and we've taken 1 wound. So we're down to 13. Our turn. Use another one after he has attacked. Okay. Well, we'll see how we go on. I think we're doing all right. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So he's got 4 wounds left. Yes! Another 2 hits. The dice have been very, very good today. Right, now let's see. Oh, no. Complete miss. Right, now it's the Shadow King's turn. He gets 1 hit. So now let's see if he wounds. Oh, yeah, he does. So 4. So we are down now to 12 health. Right, our go. Right, use the other fate point. Combat round. Oh, I see. So we can't. Sorry, we can use the combat round. So we can use another fate point now. Yeah. So actually, we'll use another fate point now. Takes him down to 2. If I've got this right, Matt Gilbert. Luckily, he's in the comments helping. So potentially, we can maybe do it with these last 2. Yes. Another 2 hits. Could this be it? Could we be about to defeat the Shadow King? Yes! Yes! We've done it, unless Matt's advice was completely the wrong advice and we actually got the rules wrong. If not, we have defeated him. Well, we defeated what might be him. Cheers, everybody. Let's have a nice cup of tea, have a break. So we'll see what happens now. If that was the actual Shadow King, we'll carry on and we'll see what happens. If it turns out to be a twist, we might end it on a cliffhanger, and then we'll come back and we'll do the conclusion next week. So yeah. Whew. Thank you. That was fantastic tactical advice from Henry, whose idea it was to use the fate points. I was about to just steam in there and start swinging. So let's see if that was actually the Shadow King. 2, 2, 2. The Shadow King's unearthly wail echoes all around the chamber. A maelstrom of swirling light and magic encircles his form as it breaks apart in front of you. Backing away, you shield your eyes as his demonic visage disintegrates in a final ethereal explosion. Kaboom! As the chamber around you begins to crumble, the wall at the far end cracks open to reveal sunlight. Dodging falling masonry and ancient oak beams as they come crashing down around you, you leap through the gap. For a dwarf, that's impressive. Back to the world outside, accompanied by a vast plume of dust. You don't stop running until you reach the slopes of the vast hollow in the hills. Turning back, you see the Shadow Fort now with your own eyes, the sorcery once masking it now destroyed. You slump to the ground to rest and realise that you can feel the warmth of the late morning sun on your face. A brilliant blue sky with wispy white clouds spreads out above you. There is seemingly more colour in the land, and you get a sense that life is returning to the world. A balance has been restored. You have a long way to go to get back to civilization, but as you climb to your feet, your thoughts turn to a good night's sleep in the comfortable bed at the Green Oak. You also have questions for Kanan about his dubious involvement, but such things are for another day. For now you are the hero. The schemes of Mortibris are thwarted, at least for now, and you are the conqueror of the Shadow King. Congratulations! We did it. Wow. Perfect, absolute perfect timing for the end of this week. So so thank you again to Henry for that wonderful advice about the fate points. I definitely won't go back and check one of the other videos where it turns out we probably didn't have enough fate points. That's all fine. We were all in this together, therefore we all cheated. So we've done it. We've defeated the Shadow King. Fantastic, I can't believe it. I thought we had no chance there. So, well, thank you ever so much for your company this week. It's genuinely been one of the highlights of the lockdown for me. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed coming on every day and chatting to you all about what's going on and helping us get through this. Without you guys, I probably would have 100% made the wrong decision. Now, the goblins is trying to get in. They've obviously heard the clapping. But, yes, clear off. Look, see, this is what happens. We're trying to celebrate. I'm nearly finished. Thank you. Oh, blimey. Right. But, yeah, so thank you ever so much, everyone, I really hope you've enjoyed it. Hang on, let's close the door. Can you close the door, mate? No, you go out and close it. No, not you in here. You out there and shut it. Okay, right. Anyway, it's been a really good week. I've really enjoyed it. We could maybe possibly look at if lockdown continues, we could maybe have a look at doing it again as a different character, because obviously we were the dwarves this time. So yeah, let me know in the comments or whatever if you'd like to do it again. Probably would do it over a week. But yeah, thanks. I've absolutely loved it. It's been really good, really enjoyable. Hopefully this could even convince Matt Gilbert to write another one. I don't know if he's got the time, but yeah, so thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you for helping us make some good decisions. We never did find out what that face mask was for, or a load of the other stuff that we ended up with in our backpack, but it has been really enjoyable. Yeah, so thank you ever so much for joining us. I'm almost welling up because I can't believe we defeated the Shadow King. Yeah, it's been great. So I will hopefully see you maybe next week at the virtual open day. We can maybe kick off a new one then. It looks like a lot of you would, a lot of you might want to do it again. Okay, well, if I can keep the goblins locked away for long enough, then yeah, we'll do it again. But yeah, thanks everyone. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I will see you all soon. Bye. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone.